Alright, what's going on, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. Today I'm going to go and chat to you about the new rod I got from St. Croix, as well as the BFL tournament that I was not able to participate in. So without further ado, let's get into it. First of all, I want to say thank you to all my sponsors: 6 Cents, Straight Amounts, Fitzgerald Fish and Reels, P-Line, Yellow Tech. Everybody, thank you for being as part of my life. I am ecstatic and grateful, very, 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 very grateful to be part of the team and, being able to fish as a co-angler. But the thing is I had an unfortunate event this last tournament. I was trying to get a link for in MLF. You get a link to link up with the boater. Boater said, yeah, let's link, and I said, cool, let's do it. I'm all excited about it. And at the 11th hour, he backed out. I turned down a few others because I said, no, I already have a link. He's gonna pay, we're gonna go there. And now I'm on the wait list, which is fine. I mean, I've done it a couple of times. I've been on the wait list as a co-angler, totally fine. Kind of frustrated about that, but what can I do, right? So check-in comes around. You check in the Wednesday before the tournament. You check in with MLF. And even if you're on the wait list, I still called and checked in and said, hey, if we get enough boaters between now and the tournament, then I'll be able to participate, which was fine, perfect. They said it'd be highly unlikely I'll be able to participate, but there's always a chance. So you're telling me there's a chance. And that's what I was hoping for. There's a chance to do it. So Friday rolls around. Wednesday I called. I checked in. They still said I'm on the wait list. Friday before the tournament, so the night or the day before the tournament, I end up getting a confirmation email saying I'm in. Sweet, I'm in. All right, let me go. I told the wife, I said, all right, I gotta prepare for my meeting. I have to get all my rods and reels ready to go so I can fish. And this was a 2-day tournament, so it was a super tournament. You get double the points. So I was hoping to participate so I can at least make it to regionals. So I was super stoked that I was in. I was, all right, I'm qualified, everything else. 6:15. Now I'll give you some timeline here. I got the notification, I'm going to say it was probably just a little bit before 3. Maybe like a little after 3 o'clock in the afternoon. Saying I'm in. All right, good, I'm in, sweet. Thumbs up, let's go, let's do this. All right, I got, I'm just gonna throw probably a Senko and, punch and rig. I'll throw a tube, I'll flip all day. If I have to, I don't care, I'll catch 2 fish, be good. Should be good, I should be able to make regionals. Well, that did not happen because at 6:15, I get a call from the TD, the tournament director. And the director said that, hey, I had 5 boaters back out within the last hour. So that puts me back on the wait list as at least number 4, maybe 5 now. Great. So I was like, well, what do I do? And he's like, as of right now, there's no way for us to continue. So it looks like you're just on the wait list. 6:30 is the pre-tournament meeting. We go to the meeting. I went ahead and logged into the meeting anyway. Listen in, 86 boats. It's like, wow. As a grinder, I mean, I could have got in. I was kind of frustrated a little bit, right? So who's at fault at this point? So I listened to it, and I called, and I kind of just put in there, sorry to my sponsors, sorry to all my sponsors, sorry to all my partnerships, sorry for the fellas. I did not make regionals because I did not get into the last tournament. I appreciate everyone's support. I mean, it is what it is. At the end of September, I have another tournament. It's a veterans tournament. It's a Fallen Outdoors veterans tournament with my nephew in Massanuwa Reservoir, which is the one my dad and I used to fish all the time when I was younger. And when he was around, we used to go there all the time, and I loved it. Well, we no longer, I've lived in Ohio, so I get to actually get a chance to go back this fall and redeem myself. So, and I'm trying to balance. I'm like, well, unfortunately, the regionals is October 5th. It's 3rd through the 5th. And it's at Kerr Lake. That's down on the border of Carolinas. And there's no way for me to make regionals. Now, I guess I'll just go do that. And that was fine. Now, granted, some of you know, some of you may not know, I am prior military. I do have a history of issues, medical problems, migraines and back problems and so forth from being in the military. Now, granted, I knew I wasn't fishing the next day. So that night I took some pain medicine that zonked me out, and along with my other medicine, and I was out. I woke up about 8:30 the next morning, and my phone had, eight calls from one person, couple calls from Facebook from another person, and a couple other calls from another person. And you know what? And I appreciate everyone's reaching out to me, trying to get me to join in and jump in to the tournament. I wasn't sure if I was going to be able to do it or not. And I appreciate that because, at least I have friends that are looking out for me, and they're like, yeah, but the problem is out of those 5 co's that was left, how many, I live at least 45 minutes away. I had nothing ready. I didn't have my baits ready. I didn't have any of my co-angling stuff ready. It would have been in there. I would have just grabbed what I could, like from the pile. I have my tube and I have a jig. I'm ready to go on that. Punch and rig. I have my punch and rig somewhere. I have a chatterbait. I would have grabbed what I could over here, from my boat. Doing the truck went, and hopefully I would have made it there in time. Now, I guess it would be lessons learned on my part. I tried to contact my boaters. Hey, what are we doing? Are we going to be punching? Whether we're going to drag? We're going to stay deep? We're going to go shallow? What are we going to do, right? And that's how I adjust a lot of my fishing poles and a lot of my tackle I bring, so I'm not bringing additional stuff that I don't need, that I won't ever use. So I tried to do that, and that kind of backfired. Kind of took me off a little bit, but it is what it is, right? So I called, anyway, that next morning, that Saturday morning, I couldn't go, and it kind of made me mad, but it is what it is. So I did not fish the final BFL. Whose fault is it? My fault, partially, because I didn't get a link. MLF's fault, partially, because they had me a boater, and then the boaters backed out. And then they could have said, hey, just be on standby in the morning, and then we can go from there. So, okay. Well, unfortunately, I realized that I made the mistake of not having a link. That will not happen again. So I dropped from 57th to 77th place. 77 has been running a lot in my tournaments. If you notice the wild card tournament that I had a couple of years ago, it was down on Wheeler Lake, the very first wild card tournament I've ever been to. First day I was 77th. Second day I remained in 77th spot. So I finished in 77th. I was doing a lot better this year, except for Indian Lake, which, I mean, it is what it is. Whatever. I mean, I can't dwell on it. I mean, it is what it is. It's over with. So be it. So, like I said, it was partially my fault, partially MLF's fault. Next year, they're changing things up, which is, thank God they are. They're going to have a regional, and for our regional, the Buckeye and the Michigan Division regional, they're going to have it on Lake Erie next year in the beginning of October. So, and then it's the top 60 from both sections, or the top 60 from both divisions will actually make it to the regional. So instead of the top 45, everything else stays the same. They'll have a wild card and so forth and so case. Excuse me, an All-American. I'm super ecstatic for that, because now I, in Buckeye Division, will not have to travel to Virginia to the James River or to Kerr Lake down in Carolina. So I've never fished before. It's tough. I mean, you know, and they should have changed it a long time ago, because it's tough, because you got guys from Illinois or Indiana, Michigan, whatever, going to these different places and trying to fish places that we've never fished. So, like, for instance, James River, I think in one of the tournament or the divisions, they fished the James River at least twice. It's like us going to the Ohio River and somebody from, I don't know, Texas comes up and fishes the Ohio River in the regional. That doesn't make any sense, right? Or a choo-choo division, or you bring somebody up from Mountain Division and make them fish the Ohio River. It's two different styles of fishing. You're in the south versus you're in the north. East Coast and tidal waters are different than Ohio River, you know. So James River is different than the Ohio. So eventually I figured, hey, it is what it is. I'll fish the wild card this year. Yeah, it just sucks, man. I don't know why I bombed on it. I'm kind of bummed out about it, because I wanted to make regionals, but at the same time, I know things happen for a reason. So, I mean, it is what it is. So the second half of this, well, first of all, I want to say thank you for everybody subscribed. Thank you for everybody that wants to watch my videos. I know I'm just an ordinary guy trying to fish, trying to make it. You know, I'm not here. I'm 40, soon to be 47. I'm not here trying to be like, I'm going to be Jacob Wheeler. I'm just here trying to have some fun, do some weekend angling, give a perspective from the back of the boat. But anyway, I end up buying a St. Croix rod. I know I'm going to shift gears here. Tired of the sadness, let's get on something happy. It came in. I've never owned a St. Croix rod. I'm pretty excited for it. I don't know what to expect from it. I've never used one. I've never felt one till now. I think this would be a good frog rod. It's a St. Croix, and it went for, you can see the retail price. It's probably the most expensive rod I have thus far. Victory, 7-foot, 4-inch, heavy power, fast action, 14 to 65 pound, 3/8 to an ounce and a half weight to it. You can see there. Obviously, this thing here, it's pretty awesome. It's hard to see, but I mean, it has some flair to it. I think I'm gonna like it. I think it's kind of nice. I couldn't pass up the deal. This one would be a good frog rod. You know, maybe a deep crank rod. I mean, you can't beat it. It's got some cork to the foam, and I like that foam, especially when, you know, when you're really trying to fill things. So yeah, this is just going to be my, it's going to be a frogging rod. It can be a pitch and flipping rod. One of those middle of the road kind of rods that you can use, get some distance. It might work really good for deep cranking. So I might do that. So I'm super excited. I got this rod. I'll find a reel to put on it. That's all I got for this video. Again, thank you for clicking on the video. Thank you for subscribing. It's free of charge. Just make sure you hit that subscribe button. It'll actually help me out. I'm trying to monetize this channel so I can start putting some money back into the channel. Help offset some of the cost of like running the boat. Anyway, thank you for clicking on the video. Thank you for swinging by as always. God bless. Tatlines, we are out of here.